Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Aries, you are up for the 2022 Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right, Aries. As I was doing the pre-shuffle and picking up on the energy, some of you will be moving in the year of 2022. Some of you may be moving because you don't want to move. It might actually be because there's a foreclosure. And don't take this as a bad thing, because endings are new beginnings, is what they are. But that's some of the energy that I'm picking up. Others of you will be moving because you're literally buying a new house in 2022, is what you're doing. So keep that in mind when it comes to the home with moving. Some of you will be buying a new house. Some of you will be forced to move out of the house that you're currently in. And this is specifically for people who are interested in buying a home or that may live in a home. This isn't about an apartment. This is about an actual house. But the stronger energy that I was picking up as related to a house is that someone will be buying the house they want in 2022. Another thing that I picked up is that some of you will be starting new careers, new passions, things of that nature. Some will be going back to school. Others will, how can I say this? Others will have the opportunities in front of them, but they may not take advantage of them because they're not realizing the opportunity that is being offered to them. And that's sort of my message to you in 2022. Don't overlook things. Don't dismiss things so quickly because it doesn't meet your standards on the surface. There may be something that is offered to you, and you may instinctually reject it outright because on the surface, it doesn't look like it can bring you the stability or the, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word. Universe, there is a word. Status. Thank you. It doesn't bring you the status that you want. So you just dismiss it outright. You're like, oh, that can't bring me the status I want. That can't bring me what I'm looking for. And you just automatically dismiss it without even researching it. What I'm telling you is that don't be in that energy, because that thing that you're dismissing might be the actual thing that leads you to the stability that you want. So keep that in mind too, as well. Also, another thing that I was picking up, try not to, well, I'm not going to say try, I don't like that word. Do your best not to hold grudges in 2022. It's time for you to start granting some mercy. I'm not saying be fake and smile and grin in people's faces. And usually that's not Aries style for the most part. I mean, yeah, Aries can be fake sometimes, but usually Aries is a straight up sign. And they'll tell you what it is. When it comes to granting mercy to people, you it wouldn't hurt you to let go of some of the grudges and then move on. You can let go of the grudge and move on. You don't have to let go of the grudge and then become buddy-buddy with that individual or individuals that you are dealing with. But granting mercy, if someone is seeking mercy from you or your forgiveness for something, it doesn't hurt to just go ahead and forgive and move on. And then that's it. Now, if they want you to remain in their world and you don't feel comfortable, then don't do that. You can forgive and not remain in their world. You're not required to be part of their atonement. As a matter of fact, in my daily thought, not a few days ago, which you can scroll back and listen to it if you want to, I said, don't force people to participate in your atonement. So if somebody is atoning for something that they've done to you, Aries, you don't have to participate in their atonement. That's something that they need to work out between themselves and the divine. You don't have anything to do with that. However, you can grant mercy and say, okay, I forgive you. Let's pull it together and move on. And do that. You go your way, I'll go mine. We're good. There's not an issue. And that's that. And you're not holding on to that energy anymore. That was some of the pre-shuffle energy I was picking up. Now, for this particular reading for 2022, I will pull 12 cards from my Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. I have the Essential Tarot deck for clarification if needed. I don't even think I've had to use it yet. And also, another thing too. If any of you are going through a hard time, like you felt like there's a delay going on, the delay is going to be lifted in 2022. And things are going to move forward. So if you felt like there was some type of delay, don't worry about it. Things will start to pick up, which I'm surprised they haven't picked up already, because Mercury has already went direct. And Jupiter went direct. And then we just had a moon in Aries. So things should really be moving along. But if things start to slow down again, because we're in November, October. Today's October 30th as I'm recording this. October, November, whatever. We're still in 2021 right now. If things start to slow down again before 2022 gets here, once 2022 gets here, as the year goes on, things will start to speed up. Also, for others of you, if you're looking to get pregnant in 2022, don't be surprised if you get that news. Also, if any of you are having any type of health issues in 2022, don't be surprised if you start recovering as well. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm just a person reading the energy and the cards. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Now, for what I'm pulling 12 cards out of the Angel Wisdom Tarot. I'm pulling clarification cards out of the Essential Tarot if needed, but I haven't had to do that. I'm pulling 4 cards out of the Kipper deck. I'm pulling 2 cards out of the Divine Doors. And I'm pulling 1 card out of the Angels of Atlantis Oracle deck. So yeah, this will be kind of a long reading. So you might want to fix something to eat or fix something to drink, sit down and all that other stuff, because this is going to take a minute. Just giving you a heads up. All right, here we go. May I have the energy for Aries for the year of 2022? May I have the energy of Aries for the year of 2022? May I have the energy of Aries? 6 of Pentacles again. Lots of balance coming in. I told you, if you get a chance, Aries, listen to my reading for the collective of 2022. It's going to be all about balance, is what it is. For 2022. May I have 12 cards for Aries, please? Thank you. May I have 11 more cards, please? Thank you. May I have 10 more cards, please? Thank you. 9 more, please. Thank you. 8. Thank you. 7, please. Thank you. Interesting. Aries, you really, like, listen to my message. Do not be so quick to dismiss an offer. Don't be so quick. Because I feel like if you do, you're going to miss out on something. Like something really major. Five more cards, please. Thank you. Wow. Now that's very interesting. May I have one more card, please? Thank you. And then on the bottom of the deck is the Hangman. So there's some insight, and it's interesting that the Hangman is at the bottom of the deck, and then the Four of Swords wrap this up. The last card I pulled was the Four of Swords. There's a lot of meditation that will be happening. I honestly feel that... Okay. There's some ego here. And this is going back to what I said before. Don't miss out on a good opportunity, but I feel like some of you, once you miss out on this opportunity that would have been good for you, you'll figure out that, oh wow, I did miss out on a good opportunity. And then you'll start manifesting and starting over again. And then you will bring back in more happiness and start taking control. Part of the reason that I feel that you might miss out on this opportunity is because you're going to be so stable. Around your birthday month, so around April, I would say, there's going to be a lot of stability coming in for you. And the stability came in slow. The first card that came out is the Night of Pentacles. Night of Pentacles is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Out of all the nights, the Night of Pentacles is the slowest night in the deck. So the Knight of Pentacles finally came in for you. And I feel that there was some type of work that was going in to something. And the Knight of Pentacles is bringing that pentacle, which will bring the Nine of Pentacles, which was the fourth card that came out. So I feel whatever hard work you're putting in is going to pay off, but you're paying attention to the details in everything. And it's taking a lot of strength. The Strength card came out too, which this is Leo energy. Also with Leo, I'm thinking of ego. There's two Leo cards here. The Sun is towards the end. The Strength is at the beginning. Both are related to Leo, which can be related to ego. Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. Nine of Pentacles is independence. With that. Now, with things going well and you being in your element of stability, I can see some ego getting involved where there's an offer that comes to you. Now, in the midst of all of this, there's a Page of Swords. And that's when information comes in. I feel this is before the Strength and before the Nine of Pentacles. I feel once that communication comes in, it will be related to your hard work. Maybe signing some type of documents. This could go back to what I said before about the home. Some of you might have been saving up for a home, and finally you were able to save enough money, and now you can put a down payment on a house and do that. Others of you, maybe you were looking to just move to another area, and you got the go ahead to do that. You finally received the information. With Page of Swords, this is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It can also be spying too as well. I could see that because especially with the Knight of Pentacles is about paying attention to detail too and planning everything out carefully. So while you're planning everything out carefully in the beginning of 2022, people may not hear from you as much as they're used to hearing from you. And then for some people, they may resort to spying on you because you're focused on your money. You're focused on your stability. You're focused on your independence, one might say, being self-sufficient. And because you're so focused on that and not interacting with the rest of the world, the people that you once interacted with might become a little bit nosy and start spying. Because it's like, oh, I haven't seen Aries in a while. What's Aries doing? Let me check social media. Let me ask this person. Let me ask that person. It could be some of that energy. But as I said before, Page of Swords can also be that you're signing documents, especially with the Knight of Pentacles here. Two. Where you're signing some type of documents. Could be for a house, could be for a car. You're focusing on your strength as well and being assertive. Also, you're looking to be more compassionate. That goes back to what I said at the very beginning, granting mercy. And you're realizing once you see some of your accomplishments in 2022, you'll start to realize you're stronger than you knew. It's almost like that Whitney Houston song, I Didn't Know My Own Strength. Is what I see. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. Others of you could be dealing with an earth sign as well. The other card that came out is the Hierophant, which is wise counsel. Right after. And see, this is the thing. Right after the Hierophant was the Four of Cups. Wise counsel, someone might make an offer to you. And it's a really good offer, but you're in that Nine of Pentacles energy and there might be some ego there with strength. And the offer that and this person may be older than you. They could be someone official. Could even be a job as well, because Hierophant can be about institutions too. It could be some type of job offer. And you may feel that the job is beneath you. But really, the job is a really good job. It's just you dismissed it out of hand. because you feel it doesn't elevate your status. You're kind of like, I'm in Nine of Pentacles energy. Why are you offering me this job? This doesn't fit the status that I'm currently at. I feel that it actually diminishes the status I'm currently at. When in all reality, this job might have helped lead you down a road to another job that would help elevate you to a higher status. And it may have come from an older person, may come from an institution, maybe working also for the government. Maybe some people are like, I don't want to work for the government because you just feel that government jobs are not good jobs. But really, that government job would have brought you the stability that you needed. So you're in Four of Cups energy, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, where you're failing to recognize the opportunity. And you're distracted by the status instead of by the substance. If you notice the substance of the job or the offer, then you more than likely would consider it. But you don't see the opportunity. And that's why try your best to keep control of your ego in 2022. For those of you who miss out on that opportunity, the Page of Wands is here. Another opportunity will come along. And this is fire energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. And you'll be optimistic about it. The opportunity more than likely will come about because you manifested it. To pull you out of this Five of Cups energy is what you're doing. You're looking to, I honestly feel like with these three together, the Page of Wands, the Magician, and the Five of Cups, if there was an opportunity missed, you manifested another one to pull you out of this Five of Cups energy. Once you did that, the Sun comes out, which is the next card. Also with the Five of Cups energy too, going back to the granting mercy thing, don't forget about forgiveness and look for the hidden blessings. Because after the Five of Cups is the Six of Cups. And don't forget, Six of Cups is about nostalgia. Six of Cups is about a good feeling. In starting things, having a childlike outlook on things. Where you're starting over and you're looking to pursue something that maybe you didn't have the opportunity to pursue before. I honestly feel that once you snap out of it, once you realize this Five of Cups, once you realize what you missed out on, then it's going to take you to your wish fulfillment. Four of Cups plus the Five of Cups is the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment, which will bring you the Sun. That's what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of emotional growth throughout the spring and summer for you. Is what's going to happen. Going into, I'd probably say late spring, early summer, headed towards the fall, there's going to be a lot of emotional growth where you're going to grow emotionally and learn to appreciate things a little bit more. Also, you will learn that not everything is about money. Too. You're going to pick, that's one of the lessons that you will more than likely pick up, is that not everything is about money. Some things are about emotional fulfillment, because don't forget, cups relate to emotional fulfillment, is what that is. And when your wish comes true and the Sun comes out and you see all of this happiness, that's going to bring that's going to bring more and more fulfillment into your life. The Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. Also, what will happen is it will attract more things to you. The Queen of Wands is here. The Queen of Wands is very magnetic. I feel that once you transition into this happiness, after an opportunity is missed, then you will become more magnetic, is what will happen. Where people will want to be around you. People will gravitate to you a little more easily in doing that. And throughout the entire process with the Four of Swords here, I honestly feel that you're focusing on balancing it all. Focusing on balancing the material world and the emotional world and the spiritual world as well. Like you're looking for that perfect balance is what you're doing. I don't feel that the missed opportunity, because I honestly feel like that's going to happen. There's going to be a missed opportunity due to ego. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. However, it's that missed opportunity that helps you realize, wow, it's not always about the money. Or wow, it's not always about the material. Sometimes it's about the emotional. Sometimes it's about the spiritual. And it's always about balance. Which is what the Four of Swords is about. So yeah, a missed opportunity leads to happiness. I think that's what I'll title this. There's going to be a lot of stability, regardless. Even with you missing the opportunity, it's not, I don't see it throwing you completely off your game. Yeah, you'll be a little bit upset because you'll be like, wow, I missed out on that. It's almost like, I'm trying to think. What's an example? It's almost, I'm just using this. This is very shallow, but this is the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. If you think of a president, everyone, pick whatever president you like. Let's say President Obama, because everyone knows the story with him. Well, I think everyone knows the story. Do you know that when President Obama, when he was just Barack, approached Michelle Obama, she turned him down when he asked her to go out on a date. She said no the first time. And I think she said no the second time too. However, could you imagine if she said no and then it just never got picked up and then he went on to be president? I'm sure she would have been all right. She just wouldn't have been first lady. I honestly feel like whatever this opportunity is, whether it's in work, whether it's in business, like entrepreneurship, maybe there's something related to that. Whether it's in investing, maybe there's a good deal going back to the house thing. Maybe there's a good deal on a home and you just felt the home wasn't in an area that fits your quote unquote status. Whatever this opportunity is, if and when it's missed, I feel it will reset your outlook on things and help you get more in touch with your emotional side. And do that. And bring more, because things were going so well on the financial side, on the stability side, but it wasn't balanced on the emotional side or the spiritual side. And 2022 is about balance. That is what this year is about. You can listen to my general reading about that. for the collective. And I feel once this opportunity is missed, if it's missed, for those that this may happen to, obviously this isn't going to happen to every single Aries, then it's going to reset your perspective on things. Once your perspective is reset, you're about to bring in the sun. Extreme happiness. Also, brilliant epiphanies is one thing that it says on this card. Magical opportunities. So more opportunities will come in. And then you will more than likely be in Queen of Wands energy. On this card, it says the Queen of Wands is brilliant, talented, independent, controlling. There is nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. That's what it says on this card. And again, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, because there isn't a gender in tarot. But I feel the sun will put you in Queen of Wands energy, is what I'm picking up. As for the Four of Swords, it says insights that come from meditation, the need to rest or take a vacation. Allow yourself more time before making a decision. Mental exhaustion, get more sleep. I can see some of you overworking, but I don't foresee that being an issue. I honestly believe that a lot of you will find that balance where if you feel that you're starting to exhaust yourself or overwork, you'll pull back a little bit and bring yourself back into balance. I don't feel that you'll just keep your foot on the gas and keep going. I'm not picking up that energy. I honestly believe that you'll see the signs, is what I'm picking up. And maintain your happiness, which is the sun. So I'll say a missed opportunity leads to happiness, is what I will say on this. Now, I'm about to pull 4 cards from the Kipper deck. What are 4 things Aries needs to know for 2022? What are 4 things Aries needs to know for 2022? Like I said, any of you dealing with health issues, don't let it get you down. Keep a positive outlook on that. May I have 4 cards, please? Thank you. May I have 3 more cards, please? Thank you. Wow, that's interesting. Some of you might be meeting an older man. Some of you might be getting married to an older man as well. Some of you might be getting divorced from an older man. That might be how some of you are able to become independent too from the divorce. Just throwing that out there. May I have 2 more cards, please? Also, as random as it was, some of you, an older person, a mature man, might be buying you a house too, as well. Also, if someone older passes away, like a grandparent, or even a parent, or whoever, uncle, someone just older, they may leave you some money, which is enough for a down payment on a house. Others of you, I don't know why, I'm picking up if you're married to an older man and they left you some money, you might have to fight for it in court. May I have 2 more cards, please? Thank you. Going back to the third card that came out is community, and me setting that on wise counselor, you might be someone who your community looks towards, like in your neighborhood, for information. Or you might need to seek out someone in your community for information. And these cards just went all over the place. And change was the one that jumped out at me. I'm not going to take it because the other cards fell. But with the community, the courthouse, and the mature man, I can see that being a thing. Two, as well. Also, I'm looking at this. Something else is saying to me that there may be an offer to work in the community. And you may consider turning it down. Thank you. What card is this? You need to give it some thought. The fourth card is thoughts. So we have mature man, courthouse, community, and thoughts. These are 4 things to keep in mind for 2022. Now, all 4 of these things could be tied together, or all 4 of these things could be totally separate from each other. Keep that in mind. But with the community, I honestly feel like you might get an offer to work in your community. That might be the thing that you turn down. That might be the thing that you feel it doesn't elevate your status. But you really should rethink it, because it'll bring you happiness if you get an offer to work in your community. Others of you with this thoughts card, there may be someone on your mind that you're thinking about in 2022. Could be a lot of nostalgia going on. And some of you, I don't know why, some of you might have the urge to go looking for that person. Especially with this Page of Swords being in the reading. You might be the one doing some spying. Like someone from your past that you just thought about, and I'm just making something up. Let's say someone you went to high school with that you haven't spoke with in 10, 15, 20 years. And all of a sudden, they're really on your mind. You may feel the need to start doing some research to get in touch with that individual. Also, I could see a reunion happening on a family level and on a high school level, like a high school reunion. I could see that happening too. As for the courthouse, I could see, I'm picking up the energy here. I could see an unexpected message coming in regards to the courthouse. You may think that it's bad when in actuality it's good. That's another thing too. And something told me to tell you this. When it comes to courts, whether bad or good, if you are requested to appear in court, always appear. If you're able to afford an attorney, great. If you can't, then still go anyway. Because if you do not show up, it's a default judgment for the other party. And I'm not a licensed attorney. I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm just telling you, don't ever dismiss any request for your appearance in court. Because usually, and I'm not a licensed attorney, but you can confirm with an attorney on this, it's usually a default judgment when you don't appear. And I feel that something you may think is bad is actually good. You can actually miss out on some money. Something just said to me, going back to official institutions, somebody needs to file their taxes. That happened to me before. I missed out on $1,000 because I waited too late to file my taxes. I'll never forget that. I missed it by like 2 months because you have up to a certain point, and if you don't file them by that certain point, then the government gets to keep it. And I missed it by a few months. I was at the IRS place, I'll never forget it, in Miami, Florida. And he was going through the numbers, and he's like, oh, he said, this is an $1,100 refund. I was like, oh, that's good. He said, oh, but you missed it by a few months, so we won't be able to give it to you. When I tell you I was hotter than fish grease, let me tell you, I was like, what? So for some of you, if you've been receiving stuff from the IRS to file your taxes, you might want to do that because you might have some money that's owed to you as well. Keep that in mind. Something that you could use on a down payment. Maybe you not filing your taxes is keeping you from receiving some type of government rebate, whether it's stimulus or whatever. That could be going on. 2, because don't forget, Hierophant is an official institution. So yeah, something just said to me, don't be afraid to invest in your community too. As in financially invest. Where if you are doing well financially, don't be afraid to invest in your community. If you have the material means to help your community, don't be afraid to do it. Find a way to get involved. Because that'll probably bring you happiness as well. All right, let me pull 2 cards from the Divine Doors. I need the energy for Aries for 2022. Energy for Aries for 2022. Thank you. May I have one more card, please? Thank you. All right. First card that came out is Patience. Everything soon will come to light. Sun card. And then you will see things will be all right. Don't forget, the Sun card was in your reading. Sun card is about illumination. If there's any secrets, more than likely they'll be coming out towards the end of 2022. But patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. The second card that came out is Walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. So some of you need to get outside in nature, is what you need to do. If you've been cooking yourself up in the house all the time, you need to get out into nature and start walking around more. And drawing on the energy of nature is what is recommended. All right, I'm about to pull the Oracle card. May I have the energy for Aries for 2022? May I have the energy for Aries for 2022? May I have a card? What is the message Aries needs? Thank you. Courage. All right. Angel Haniel. Let me pull this. Okay. Courage. It seems you have recently felt your force dwindling, and that you need to call upon this oracle for support. Haniel's shield of humility will allow you to feel fully protected as you face the situation. Which part of you feels thwarted, or what thought suggests you cannot move bravely through this current experience? Trust the courage of the wise Haniel. See yourself covered by the shield and drenched in the angelic presence of the ruby ray arising from Haniel's beautiful presence. Please do not doubt your truth. Find strength in your convictions and allow them to guide you to be a spiritual warrior. You know, it's interesting that courage came out, because what was one of the cards that came out at the beginning of your reading? Strength. I honestly feel like I might actually retitle this now. You didn't know your own strength. You're stronger than you realize. There's lots of opportunities and lots of things going on. Stability is all around you for 2022. Community is around you for 2022. I also see reconnections around you for 2022. You just have to be patient with yourself, is what you have to do. You have to be patient with yourself, and you have to remain optimistic. But most of all, based off of what this oracle card is saying, you need to have courage. And I believe you have that. This is the thing, you didn't know your own strength. So that's what's going on for 2022 Aries. That is all I have. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, Aries, be blessed.